You've been served with the protective order. But what does that even mean? Hi, I'm Marc Lopez, former prosecutor turned defender of the people. Let's talk about protective orders in Indiana. Protective order is very simply a formal way for the legal system to set boundaries and prevent someone from engaging in specific actions against another individual. It's a very fancy way of saying, hey, leave this person alone. Don't contact them, don't call them, don't send text messages, don't send messages through third-party intermediaries. Don't have your friend reach out. Hey, they really want to talk to you. Hey, what's going on? So, Indiana protective orders are very serious. They're quasi-criminal. They're not criminal by themselves, but they can lead to criminal charges. And in fact, protective order hearings, the transcripts are often requested by the prosecutor's office to help lay the basis of criminal charges. So we treat protective orders like they are criminal, like they're life and death, and we do every protective order like we're going to try to win it. That's the game plan. So we talked about what protective order is. What's the purpose? Purpose of protective order is to try to prevent further violence, threats of violence, harassment against another person. And again, you can't contact them. You can't have somebody else contact them on your behalf. And you have to stay away from where you know that person may be. And if you just so happen to be somewhere where they are too, your best idea is to walk away because you don't want to violate a protective order because the police are going to do a arrest first, questions later, and you don't want to deal with that if at all possible. Now, it is important to understand protective orders are separate and distinct from no contact orders. Although sometimes they kind of sound the same, right? But protective orders are also sometimes called restraining orders in Indiana, but they're not no contact orders. No contact orders are for criminal cases, and that's a criminal judge can do a no contact order. Protective order or restraining order is a civil case. It's a lawsuit. It's a civil lawsuit. And you get a protective order by filing a suit in the civil court, and then a couple of different things can happen. If there's domestic violence, well, a judge can issue an ex-parte protective order, meaning one without a hearing. Hey, don't contact this person. Now, they still have to serve you, but an ex-parte does happen when there is domestic violence alleged. Now, if domestic violence is not alleged, is based on harassment, well, there has to be a hearing before a judge can issue no contact order. And this hearing, judge gets to hear both sides of the story. And if there's an ex-parte order issued against you, you are allowed to request a hearing, but there are deadlines for that. And at that hearing is not like a jury trial. It's more like a criminal bench trial. There's just a judge, and the judge listens to the evidence, and he determines if a protective order is going to be issued or not. Protective orders are serious because once a protective order is granted, if there is allegations of contact between the petitioner and the person who protection order is granted, the police are going to arrest that person and charge them with invasion of privacy. Invasion of privacy starts as a misdemeanor. Repeated acts can easily turn into a felony. And then also some counties are kind of mean about protective orders, invasion of privacy charges. If they can show you contacted someone with 10 texts over 10 days, all of a sudden you have 10 counts of invasion of privacy. You're looking at 10 years in jail. It's crazy, right? It happens. And quite frankly, it's distressing on my end because it's very easy for someone to goad someone into responding to them. And protective order only works one way. So petitioner can get a protective order, and then they can literally, hey, if you loved me, you'd come see your kid. Hey, if you cared about me, you'd be over here. Hey, do X, do Y. And then sometimes they're okay with that. Then you make them mad, they call the police, all of a sudden you have a violation, invasion of privacy charges. Protective orders are ripe for abuse. Protective orders are not fun. They are serious. If you have been served a protective order, you need to call an attorney who knows what they're doing with protective order cases. A lot of attorneys try, oh yeah, we'll do protective orders, and they'll just sign it, just agree to it. Never agree to protective order. Under very rare circumstances, there might be exceptions. But why would you ever agree to set yourself up for future criminal charges? It doesn't make sense, does it? Think about that. So, if you have any questions about protective orders, give me a call, 317-632-3642. We will talk about protective orders all day. Most importantly, though, remember to always plead the fifth.